Welcome to the Innovation Report from Southwest College. This is a series of documentaries based around the concept of innovation in a variety of different scenarios. Over the next few programmes, we hope to identify numerous examples of innovation and hear from some of our own homegrown innovators within the college. Today we've come to Beckmore Stone Circles, which is on the edge of the Spurn Mountains and is about 4 miles from Cookstown. The stones were constructed about 5,000 years ago, which takes us back to a time before Stonehenge in Wiltshire was constructed. It's way beyond the time of the Colosseum in Rome and the Parthenon in Greece, and it's actually a very good example of local innovation in the Cookstown area. The circles themselves incorporate about 1,000 standing stones, and they were constructed in order to map the rising sun at the solstice, and that enabled the local inhabitants to plan their crop rotation and the numerous other events that happened through the period of the year. So it was a very early example of innovation, and there's actually evidence of tools and weapons which could be another 1,000 years older. Innovation in Cookstown has an extremely long lineage. From the unique Neolithic dwelling in Balnagilly, which extends back 6,500 years, to Beckmore Stone Circle, approximately 4,500 years ago. We can jump forward to the 11th and 12th century and see that Tullyhog Fort, which is about half a mile from Cookstown, was constructed. It's an extremely tall and distinctive fort where the High Kings of Tyrone, Ulster and Ireland, the O'Neills, were crowned. Fantastic levels of planning, innovation and bringing of resources were involved in this project. We also have Wellbrook Beetling Mill, which is the last working beetling mill in Ireland. The mill used heavy wooden hammers to pound the linen cloth, which was being produced in Cookstown at that time, to achieve the distinctive and characteristic linen finish. This was all powered by a large wooden water wheel, 16 foot in diameter, which drew its strength from the Ballinderry River. Bringing us closer to the present, we visited Tullylagan House, which is about 3 miles on the western side of Cookstown. This is where Harry Ferguson spent many of his formative years. Harry designed and built the TE20 Ferguson Grey tractor and the unique 3-point linkage system, which is still used by about 85% of all tractors to this day. The T20 reached the milestone of 1 million units between sales in the UK and the US, and subsequent iterations of the T20 ran even further than that. Harry slept in an outbuilding at Tullylagan House and worked in the gardens of the building, designing and testing his 3-point linkage. And until very recently, the first tractor off the production line was still here at Cookstown. It has now moved to the Massey Ferguson Technology Centre in France, where it's on show to the public. But approximately 12 Ferguson tractors are on show still in Cookstown, including the number 24 off the production line. There are numerous other notable, creative and innovative individuals who are from the area or worked in the area, including Dean Jonathan Swift. Dean Swift rode Gulliver's Travels while staying at Lochray Manor, about 2 miles from Cookstown. And this brings us right up to date in terms of the innovation story. It brings us to the Innotech Centre at the Cookstown campus of Southwest College. Here we have up to 20 research and development staff working on innovative products and solutions for SMEs right across the region, and their work will be the focus of a later documentary. In today's documentary, we're going to talk to a number of staff and students and representatives from centres within the college who won national awards for innovation. Those awards were presented by the New Engineering Foundation at the Institute of Directors in London in December 2012. Today, folks, we're in the Engineering Department of South West College, and I'm standing here with John Armstrong. John very recently won a very significant award. It was presented to him at the Institute of Directors in London from the New Engineering Foundation.
That's right.
And it was based around the NEF Fellowship. Not right, John?
That's right, yes.
John, do you want to tell us a wee bit about that?
Yes, just at the tail end of last year, June 2012, I went out to a local company and I worked with the quality team for a couple of weeks, and it was an
engineering company?
Yes, an engineering company. Make quarry equipment which goes all over the world, and there was one machine that we wanted to improve, and we just honed in on that and concentrated on the processes and the way that it was assembled, and we just tried to identify any area for improvement and to action that afterwards.
Good morning. We're in the Dungannon campus of South West College this morning, and we're having a chat with a young Cookstown man who has recently been to the Institute of Directors in London to pick up a very important prize. He was awarded Innovation Student of the Year by the New Engineering Foundation, and that's a fantastic accolade. And Morris is going to tell us a wee bit about the things that he was doing that brought him to the attention of the panel of judges at the Institute of Directors and the New Engineering Foundation. So, Morris, you were setting up a website, isn't that right? And,
yeah.
Maybe you just want to talk us through it and tell us a wee bit about it.
It's Clear Solutions was a business started up, and it's creative land, energy and rural solutions, and it's going around farms and local businesses and just helping them to cut down their costs, just to be more energy efficient and introduce some renewable energies.
And your course, Morris, that you're doing at the moment, you're doing the foundation degree in construction, is that right? And so obviously that's something that has, you know, a strong relationship with the whole area of renewables and sustainability at the moment.
Yeah.
Is that what inspired you to look at this, or is it your own farming background that inspired you?
Well, a bit of both, because my own farm background and the contract and the business background, and just the cost of everything, electricity and heating and everything else, and it just the college has also had backed it up, just so I knew more about the renewable energies and how to be more energy efficient, and then just so I can show the local businesses how to be more efficient.
Yeah, well, you know, it was a very innovative thing to take on board, and I have to say, you know, I think it was a very proud day for the college whenever we were in London, and the round of applause you got from all of the visitors there, you know, so you know, it's a fantastic piece of work, and to be recognised for that, you know, that is fantastic. Okay, folks, we're here this morning with Pádraig McNamee, Head of Technology at South West College. We just had a chat there with one of our local students, Morris, who won the Innovative Student of the Year at the New Engineering Foundation Awards and the Institute of Directors. On that day, Pádraig picked up an award as well, and it was for his foundation degree in engineering. And Pádraig, can you tell us something about the foundation degree and what is so innovative with the foundation degree?
Well, Michael, the foundation degree, we started planning it about 3 years ago. We had a number of foundation degrees already running, but we were conscious that there were other elements of engineering provision that weren't being met by those. So we spent a long time going out and speaking to local companies, and we integrated everything they told us into one qualification. There were a couple of things that they mentioned about the mode of delivery, about the content, about the length of the delivery, and we developed a very innovative model that was shorter than previous models, that integrated elements of interpersonal development, communication skills, cross-cultural communications, which wouldn't have been traditionally involved in an engineering qualification prior to that, and we put them all together into a fast-track foundation degree in engineering management, and it has proved to be very popular and very successful. It has definitely met a need for the local engineering community.
So innovations alive and well in South West College.
Innovations forging ahead.